Okay, episode
Hey,
number 2. Drink and think. What's up?
how much? Mine still says off air. Are we on air?
We're on air.
Oh, now I say live. I'm just on a delay. All right.
Rookies with you. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll see if
Uh,
we're really small on this thing, or I'm always I don't know what's going on.
you got to be smarter than YouTube, and that's tough nowadays. So,
Episode number 2 of Drink and Think. I'm Kenty. He is
Matthew, hey.
Matthew. So, question is, what are you drinking today?
Okay, this is my favorite porter right now. It's the Shake Chocolate Porter. It's from Boulder. Um, so, I'm big on porters, as people will find out if they care. So, so I like the porters and the stouts. So this is my favorite one right now in the can.
I'm going with a favorite of mine right now, and this is a favorite of tons of people here in the Southeast Atlanta. The Creature Comforts Tropicalia.
Yeah.
IPA, super popular IPA if you like IPAs.
If you like water, that's great.
Water? Are you kidding me?
I'm just teasing.
Mhm.
I'm drinking a porter. You're drinking an IPA. I mean, you're closer to water than me.
My usual question is, how is it? But since we've already had these before, I'm really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I've had that one before too.
That is good. It's a good IPA. Highly recommend. Okay. First question in our lightning round I've got for you.
Okay.
I was thinking this week about our client, Laz at Code Guard. He just had an awesome exit.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Sold the company. Congrats to David Muller, awesome entrepreneur. The whole team over there at Code Guard. I think they've been at it for 7, 8 years. But
Yep.
really nice exit. It's gonna be good for everybody.
Yeah. 7-year overnight success story.
I mean, that's a big success. They've done well, and I think that's what people forget sometimes is they do take a while. But I was going to ask you, outside of that one, that's a huge win for everybody involved. What's a good acquisition you've seen?
An acquisition?
Yeah,
Like recently?
just anyone you've been involved with. That hey, come on live. Dude. All
Oh.
right, like the life of two entrepreneurs, teenagers.
So, I mean, I was lucky to be close to the Code Guard one and get to see that one close up. So that's the one that's top of mind. I guess before that, the one that stands out is one of our fantasy football partners, brethren. A guy in our fantasy football league founded a company called Insightpool, doing social media that was way before its time, because it was the social media kind of figuring out who the influencers are. And they just sold in kind of a roll-up, it looks like, as part of 3 companies coming together to join up in that space. That'll be an interesting one to watch as that market matures. But gotta love Wexler. So
Congrats to Wex and Devin and those two. Never is an overnight success, despite what the movies tell you. You're the one I was thinking of. That was a good one too. Is that remember Sunrise? Another one of our clients, Sunrise.
Oh,
So,
yeah. You were closer to them than me.
Yeah, back in the day, those guys had a great calendar app. When really mobile calendar apps were pretty bad, and they got acquired by Microsoft as a way that Microsoft was really looking to make some improvements in Outlook. That was a what was it, like a 9-digit? I mean, it was over $100 million acquisition. I think they only raised about 8.
Yeah.
So really, really good product. Great team. Out of New York. I think the guys are also kind of France, not in New York, but that was a big one. That was a fun one to watch those guys have that one, and hopefully go make I think they made a big improvement to that one product. So
That's cool.
Congrats to those out there who are selling big and making big impacts.
Okay. I got one for you.
What you got?
Not business.
Okay.
We're going sports. Okay. 20-year-old kid, Ronald Acuna Jr. hits 5 home runs in a row, 5 games in a row, going to extend it to 6 games. And some Yahoo that's 3-12 plunks him with the first pitch in a baseball game. I mean, yeah, what? I mean, I just shake my head. This, like, what is baseball doing? Do you have any thoughts on this one? This one just annoyed the crud out of me.
Yeah, that was bad. That was just a. He is. I mean, what a streak they've got going on. Maybe these guys get competitive. Maybe it's us getting old. But just see, that's just what a bush league move. Absolute bush league move that guy. Anyway, it's going to escalate. They're going to. You see these at times where they even come back and they'll like Braves will wait till next season and come back and get them. It just is this ridiculous retaliation thing. I mean, play the game. I don't know. I was annoyed, but I feel like it's a very like get off my lawn kind of thing to do. Like, how dare these young whippersnappers, screw up the game? But I guess people have been getting punked for a long time. But that was Major League Baseball has got to be pretty upset about that one because that's just been a great story for Kenya. But Bush League.
What's worse? Stupid Major League Baseball unwritten rules or Trump tweeting about the national anthem in football?
I'll say tweeting on the national anthem in football just because I'm a much bigger football fan, so it messes with me more personally. I feel like that impacts me. I take that one more personally. That's so much more of a big NFL fan than MLB fan.
I just can't understand, regardless of your politics, why the president of the United States has to chime in on the NFL games. So doesn't he have something better to do? Is my concern on that one. Like, I mean, like, go help us with the China stuff and like figure that out. I mean, I can't imagine why that's a priority in that office, but that's the annoying part for me. So Paul, I don't care about the politics on that one.
The good news for anybody, I don't know, anybody who may actually watch this week, that's about as political as we'll get. I'm not sure you and I get into politics, except for the messes with things we like the NFL.
Well, I mean, I'm political to the extent that I don't want politicians involved in major sports. It's just so you're supposed to leave the sports alone. So kind of like LeBron on this one. Let sports bring us together, and politicians don't do that. They tear us apart, both sides of the aisle. So you guys stay out of it. Your turn.
Okay, here's my question for you. Is it true that you are the meanest dad ever?
It is true. It is true.
Please
I have told my children since birth that I am the meanest dad ever, and that there's a competition. And I had them convinced early on that there was a competition that I got second in the world on the meanest dad in the world, and I got second because I did something nice for them or something like that. I keep telling them, but yeah, I'm the meanest dad in the world. I make rules. I enforce them. I don't care about what other dads do.
Give me a good specific one. Just give one out there for the other parents to hear.
It doesn't matter. Like, it's whatever I don't want to do that somebody else's friend is. I say no because I'm the meanest dad in the world, and it ends the argument. Like, the argument is why, right? With all the kids, when you say no,
like, you just jump on it and own that title with like great ferocity and
yeah. It's why can't I go to the corner store or to Fellini's, which is the local pizza place? I'll say, or they'll say, can I go? And they'll say no. And then they'll say, well, but my friends can. And why can't I? And I'll say, because I'm the meanest dad in the world. There's really nowhere for children to go after that.
If you go ahead,
like if you just own it,
think what they're already thinking. You've already taken away their biggest comeback to you. You're the meanest dad ever. No, I already told you that.
I already told you I'm the meanest dad in the world.
Yeah, we like going back and forth debating that, trying to convince both of our kids. So.
Yeah, I got a phone call, so I got locked out for a second.
Yeah,
so.
Your video disappeared. All of a sudden, there's a more handsome picture of you. Now you're back.
All right.
People know we're trying to.
Now people know they can call our cell phones during this, and then if you don't like what we're saying, then they'll cut us off. So.
Nothing like very high tech here. All right, your turn.
Okay. Favorite conference nationally right now?
Nationally?
To attend, yeah.
Attend?
For you personally, what is your favorite conference to attend, or the one you're looking most forward to next year?
I mean, my favorite one to attend is Xerocon. Just because I've just developed so many friendships. That's the one I've probably been going to the longest, and I've developed a lot of great friendships there. I'm not sure that my general health or my liver in particular appreciate ZeroCon because it's great conference information and sessions, and man, the parties at that are just next level. So,
I think that's most to do with the people that go with us on that one. So.
I can't exactly. Please don't hear the blaming the poor zero folks. But that's called my own self control, my own issue. It's that's always fun. That'll be good. I think it's San Diego next year. That's a great conference town, and you know, weather there can't get as crazy as it has maybe in past years. I really did that.
Cool.
Going back to sports stuff again, but while you're heading to the Falcons preseason game tonight, what would be the worst case outcome tonight at preseason? What would you be most scared
of? Any of the 22 starters injure themselves. Season's gone.
Pick one starter.
Pick one starter? Worst one that could happen? Who's the worst person probably to get hurt? Well, we're going to take out Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and just throw them aside because that's not those. I mean, those are pretty impact players. So I'm gonna say the worst case scenario is probably offensive linemen going down. If I have to pick offensive linemen to go down, probably the most important one I'm going to say is Alex Mack over Jake Matthews right now. I think we don't really have a solid backup. Well, we have some backup center, but he calls the plays and has such a difference impact player. It's hard to take a Pro Bowler out of that line. But, I mean, if we lose right guard or left guard, I mean, you're down to basically no starters and depth there. I mean, we can lose. I mean, we would have nobody back up for the season, and we're going to have somebody get hurt on that line. So worst case scenario is Alex Mack torn ACL out for the season. That would be nightmare scenario. But it's pretty close. Jake Matthews or right or left guard. I mean, if we get, any of the guys go down Schrader goes down. Any of those guys go down, we're in trouble. So,
viewers, you will learn that Mr. May, in another life, or maybe in an alternate universe, that wasn't your ideal job. You thought GM for a football team, for an NFL team?
Oh yeah, I think I could do GM. I think I could do that. I think I would have needed to start in my 30s probably. But yeah, I would be a GM by now if I had started when I was 35. I'd be ready. So, because the big thing there is the cap management and so it helps having an accounting mind if you care about football at all.
You want to get really geeky here. Yeah, NFL football plus all that cap management stuff, which is complex as all get out. Yeah, there's no one I know who knows it better than you. So I want to nerd out on that. You're the guy to talk to.
Yep.
For me, any more, or is that?
Yeah, I got more. Most interesting new technology you've seen in the county recently.
Yes, narrow the audience down real quick here to the podcast. Most interesting new technology I've seen.
Well, this could be for business owners or for whatever. So, we're on the front edge. We're pretty much early adopters in everything we do. It seems like. So you're on the top of the list there on the early adopter list. So what's the coolest thing you've seen lately?
There's actually kind of top of mind right now, but I really like what the guys are doing over at Client Hub. I really just got off a call with them, but this is more selfishly for practitioners. And just trying to build a better communication mechanism between small businesses and the accounting function, with guys like us. So I think every single accounting firm struggles with communicating well with their clients. And some interesting stuff they're kind of working on. just to make that whole interaction process a lot easier. So that one's pretty top of mind right now. I don't think there's any others I really like. There's there's some coming down the pike too, I think, as well, around interesting kind of credit cards. Credit cards and credit in general have been difficult for small businesses to get. There's some folks out there right now who are working on credit lines that have availability that fluctuate and move on almost a day by day basis. They're giving higher limits to small businesses getting started out. So
Cool.
I like seeing some of that stuff.
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
So how you doing on your drink? You through it yet? You about getting close?
I'm about 2/3 through.
Okay, we're on pace. I'll switch it back. Sun's coming on me here a little bit. Switch it back to something more business related.
Okay.
What's best entrepreneurial advice anyone's ever given you? You picked up in a book, conference, any kind of like, oh, that was really good.
Man, when you ever say best advice, you always get a Wayne May something.
I was going to say, I see you up to your dad.
So my dad's been an entrepreneur for 30 years. 30 years? 35 years? 35 years now. Best entrepreneur advice. Bankers are idiots. Well, that's a nice way to put it. I don't think that's a quote. But bankers will only loan you money when you don't need it, never when you need it. What I took away from that and why that was great advice was, as entrepreneurs, we've just got to take out as many external variables as possible, things that you can't control. So if you're depending on a bank for a line of credit or seed investors for whatever, or VCs for money, you just got to be careful and just be aware of those things. And sometimes it's better, especially if you've made that bootstrap decision to grow a little bit more slowly and get yourself independent of those things, like a bank. Your contact at a bank changes and you're worried about somebody calling your note, because the bank changed priorities about whether they accept accounting firms as clients anymore. As silly as that sounds, but it happens. They'll term out your note, they'll call the note, silly stuff. So that's the best advice I probably got. It's just to be really aware of just because it was more about kind of external forces that you can kind of think are under your control that really aren't, I guess.
Yeah, I think you think they're under your control, and also I think that you come into it without knowing otherwise. You think it operates different. You're coming in and you're surprised, and all of a sudden you think, wait a minute, isn't that who I go to when I need capital? And it does feel like, talk to any entrepreneur, it looks the opposite way.
Yeah.
So that's Wayne May, wisdom of Wayne May.
You gotta love him. You gotta love Wayne. You got one? You want the big one?
No, give me one more. Shut it down. That way we're balanced here.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay. Everybody's heard what I think about cryptocurrency. What I want to know is what you think about cryptocurrency and how it's going to affect businesses and when you think it's going to start impacting them, if you think it's a real deal.
Cryptocurrency itself, when it will impact it, I think it will start impacting things when the speed of use, the ability to pay and redeem cryptocurrency happens at a much faster pace. But that to me is a little bit problematic right now, right? We're running things through exchanges or transactions. That process has to speed up, and there's some currencies that are doing that in a much quicker pace for sure. Because it kind of feels like what's the benefit, right? People are used to making digital transactions today that happen very, very quickly. And so you're thinking, well, what about this crypto transaction or payment I'm making happens quickly? It doesn't happen slower. I think that's got to catch up. And the price today compared to other digital transactions that run through a fiat currency or country-based currency with a bank with higher fees. So I think a combination of seeing where truly it is from a cryptocurrency, it's fast, much faster, and it's much cheaper. Not sure how far out that is. You got a much better window on that. I think it's a whole different discussion on blockchain. I think that's a different concept.
Yeah, blockchain is a different concept. So
I think cryptocurrency. I do like the concept of just. It is a little bit of one of those things you look at and you're like, why in a transaction with another individual or business do I have to have these other middlemen? Why can't this other person and I agree that something has value and transacted? Why is the U.S. government or any government involved with that? Or Bank of America or Citibank, why do they have to be part of that? So I kind of, the objective is that certain ways we shouldn't be held to those entities to kind of facilitate a transaction. But it needs some work to make it more practical for sure. So that's my 2 cents.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, that's good. 2 cents.
Well, I like that we tried today in episode number 2, the whole virtual thing. We'll have to go back and watch this and see if it actually played out.
Yeah, like half the time nobody could hear me because of the internet speed, probably. But that's all right.
Or and we're not sure of toggling if it was I was big all the time and you were in the little bot. I don't know.
Maybe we'll get somebody that cares to put a comment in it later. So
maybe we'll actually start promoting the fact that we're doing it. I know you gave me
probably not.
I don't know. Maybe our weekly thing where just you and I get on here. We look back 5 years later, and we have 250 different Friday afternoons where we sat and drank beer and talked about random things that only you and I care about. That'd be awesome too.
Yeah, maybe it's an archive for our children. We'll see. Well,
this is the new version of journaling. We used to journal.
Yeah.
Now we're just kind of leaving.
Now we're just doing the video blog.
Wonder what Dad and Mr. May were talking about back on August the 17th of 2018.
I don't know. We should do one of these with our dads, actually. That would be a good one.
That would be great.
We can do one with each. Where we'll get Dr. Bob on one, and we'll get Wayne May. We'll ask him all business advice. He'll be
better. We'll ask questions about each other when we were teenagers. That'll be great.
No, I don't want to know about when you were a teenager. I heard you were a hellion. So
cool.
So
have fun at the game tonight.
Cool, man.
Here to make sure that Alex Mack doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I can't believe you made me say that, because if that happens now, I'm never going to forgive you. So.
Be your thought.
Okay.
Cool.
Catch you later.
Bye, everybody.